Hi guys, welcome to another day. And I know that you guys are wondering, what do I mean by Nigerians should stay safe here in Ghana? Now, when I say Nigerians should stay safe here in Ghana, I don't mean that our lives are in danger or any of those kind of things. What I'm just trying to say is that you need to stay safe so that you are not caught up by the law enforcement agencies here in Ghana. And I'm talking about the police, the immigration, or even custom. And that is because Nigeria tends to chart the list of people who are perpetrators of cyber crime right here in Ghana. Whether you agree or not, Nigerians are the ones topping the chart on that issue. Now, I'm not saying that it is every Nigerian that is into that act. No, we have Nigerians here who are here for business, school, or even for work. Now, you can go watch my video where I talked about the various things that Nigerians are doing here in Ghana. But the truth is that you are a Nigerian before any other thing else. So when someone sees you, your nationality gives you away, and then there is that issue of Nigerians are into cyber crime here. So that is one of the reasons why you need to stay safe here, so that your nationality does not it doesn't place you on that road where your character has to be questioned. So guys, if you want to know those things that you need to do as a Nigerian living here in Ghana to stay safe, don't go nowhere, because I will be right back. Guys, you're welcome back. My name is Obinje, and on this channel I talk about living here in Ghana. I talk about the things that I have experienced. I talk about the things that I have been exposed to. And today's video, I want to talk about the various ways that you in Nigerian can stay safe living here in Ghana. And that means that you are not going to be, on the list or the target list of the police or the immigration. And that is because oftentimes they go around looking for people who are causing any kind of misdemeanor in the society. And oftentimes again, Nigerians usually tag top that list of people who are wanted. And that is because when you check it, Nigerians are on the list of cyber crime. Nigerians are on the list of crimes that are not related to the internet. Nigerians are on the list for prostitution. Now, I know this is a very hard pill to swallow, but it is what it is. So you are not into any of that. You know that your coming to Ghana doesn't have to do with any of that. But like I said in the intro of this video, you are in Nigerian. What can you do to play safe? Now, the first thing that you need to do if you're coming here to Ghana is that you want to be in Ghana legally. Of course, most times when tourists are coming here to Ghana, they usually give them the 90 days stay, after which you are supposed to leave. But you know how things play. Not everybody even gets to come into Ghana by air, okay? So obviously when you're coming into Ghana, you need your international passport. And of course, there's no visa for, West African countries and all of that. So when you come, you are just given the 90 days stay, which after the expiration of that date, you need to return back to your country. But remember that you can also come to Ghana by road. And that means that quite a number of people who come into Ghana from Nigeria don't necessarily come into Ghana with their passport. So they don't even get to have that 90-day stamp on their passport. They just come in here because they hear that Ghana is the land of milk and honey, as the case is. So most of them are coming into Ghana, they are not documented. So if you want to come into Ghana and have a peaceful stay, you need to be documented. So we have those who, after their 90 days or whatever it is that might have brought them here to Ghana, they get their work permit, they get their student permit, and proceed to get their non-citizens card. So as as an individual, you would need to be documented here in Ghana. That way, the government of Ghana knows that you, Obinje Hannah Tese, is legally in Ghana, and of course they know what you are doing, they know your place of residence and all of that. So to be safe here, you need that, because when the law of enforcement gets to stop you, that is the first document they would want you to present to them. So to be safe, you need that. Now, another thing that you need to do to be safe in Ghana is a no-brainer. try not to get your hands into cybercrime. Try not to get your hands involved in any type of crime, theft, prostitution, or whatever it is. And this is because when you talk about those crimes, Nigerians are topping the chart. So most likely, when you are stopped by the the law enforcement, that is the first thing that comes to mind, that you are into any of these crimes, and you know that you are not into it. So after every back and forth of investigation or interrogation, you want your hands to be clean, that you are not doing any of that, so that you can live in Ghana peacefully. You wouldn't want a situation whereby every time the police is at your heels, or for whatever reasons you have to be packing from one house to another, because like they usually say, they get busted. I mean, I can imagine you have to be moving from one house to another house to another house, because every time the police are at your door or the immigration at your door. So tell me, if that is your case, how do you get to settle down and plan your life? So you want as much as possible not to be, involved in that kind of, lifestyle. And trust me, if you're not into that kind of lifestyle, your time, your stay is going to be as peaceful and as calm as you can imagine while you are here in Ghana. It affords you the opportunity to pursue your business with all 100% strength, energy, and time. Now, I'm talking about moving from house to house to house. That is another thing that you want to get right here in Ghana. So oftentimes, a lot of people say that when they go to, and when I say a lot of people, I mean Nigerians, when they go to rent houses, most Ghana landlords refuse to give them their house to stay. And this has been a cause of concern, because oftentimes they get to use the word, these landlords are discriminating, against them. Now, when I had that kind of conversation, I tried to put myself in the shoes of the landlord, although those shoes are quite big. But I tried to put myself in the shoes of that landlord and try to understand why they are refusing to give their houses to Nigerians. Now, I'm going to tell you the reason why most of these landlords refuse to give their houses to Nigerians. So I come to you that I want to rent your house, and we have the back and forth communication, and of course as a landlord you'd want to know how many people I'm coming with to your house, and I tell you that I'm just coming with 1 or 2 persons to your house. Then you give me your house, and at the end of the day, let's say I get to rent a 2-bedroom for you. So picture in your mind what the number of people that a 2-bedroom can accommodate. At the end of the day, I come to your house with about 10 to 15 or thereabout. Anyway, they tend to come with a number of individuals to this house, and a facility that has the number of people it can cater is being stretched by number. So at the end of the day, that property is going to be mismanaged. It's going to be mismanaged, and the repair is on the landlord's neck. And once again, most times, people who do this are the Nigerians. Nigeria is my country, Nigerians are my brother and my sister, but this is the truth. This is the reality of what is happening here in Ghana. So at the end of the day, most of the landlords don't really want to, rent their homes out to Nigeria. I recently heard of a case of a landlord who rented his house to a Nigerian, and at the end of the day went and called the immigration for the tenant. Now, upon investigation into the matter, the landlord claimed that when the tenant came to his house, the tenant actually claimed that it was just him and his family that were going to be living in that house. And in the course of time, he realized that there was much more than the number that the tenant had presented to him, and he didn't see any reason why he should keep the tenant in the house. And of course, to him, he just felt that whatever it was that they were doing in the house was not a legal business. So he went and reported to the law enforcement. Now, this is the part where Nigerians now say that they are being, witch hunted. So at the end of the day, you are overusing the property of the landlord, which at the end of the day, when you hand over the keys to that landlord, the house is damaged. And trust me, not everyone does have a heart of gold to be able to tolerate excesses of people. So at the end of the day, if you want to live here in Ghana peacefully, you'd want to try as much as possible to maintain that house that you have rented. And of course, if you are going to be renting that house and you are going to be having quite a number of people, it is always advisable that your landlord knows the number of people that are going to be cohabiting with you in that house, so that he or she knows whether or not they are going to give you that house. But a case whereby you lie to them that it is just you and maybe 2-3 other persons, and in the future they get to say that it's not true, you don't only dent your own image, but you also dent the image of fellow Nigerians. And in cases like that, if another Nigerian were to come to rent that house, of course the landlord is not going to give the house to that Nigerian, because he would term each and every one of us in the same light. So those are the things that I feel that if you want to live here peacefully in Ghana, you need to do. Another thing that I would advise that you should do when you come to Ghana here is mind the business that pays you. Now, of course, this is easy to understand. So you're here in Ghana, you have a business you are running. I know it's not easy all the time to try not to get into one or two banters with people around your business place. But remember that it will do you more good than the other person. It will do you more good, judging from the fact that we already have a bad name here in Ghana. Not that you would, of course, it's not the way you want it, but your predecessors have gone ahead and created a name for us. So most times, even when you are doing a business that is legal and you have issues with a neighbor by your business place or a neighbor around your house, it is advisable that you mind that business that is paying you. And if it is something that has gotten out of control, there are enforcement agencies that you can go and report issues like this. Let's take for instance the landlord and the tenant issue. You can go and report your landlord to the rent control, because that agency has already been established for cases like this. Now, if it is a case around your business place, I believe wherever your business is, or whatever type of business it is that you're operating, there is an association where you can go and report cases like this. And if you think that problem you have is beyond taking it to association, then the police is there for you to go and report, instead of you taking it into your hands. Because at the end of the day, when you take it into your hands and do whatever it is that you want to do, it will end up being a case of Nigerians on that list are criminals, are terrible sort of people, which of course, like I would always say, it is not every Nigerian that has that tag of a bad or a criminal or whatever it is. So try and mind the business that pays you. Try as much as possible, mind your hustle, and if you are aggrieved, take it to the right authorities so that you can settle it amicably. Another way of staying peacefully or living peacefully here in Ghana is try not to be a nuisance. So I am of the opinion that when you move into a country, try as much as possible, or not necessarily even a country, an environment, try as much as possible to observe the lifestyle, the culture of that place. Because when you understand it and abide by their rules and regulation, it's a very easy way or thing for you to be able to live peacefully. So you come to Ghana and you see that Ghanaians tend to be on the slow way of living as compared to we Nigerians. And of course, you would know that this is not an insult or anything per se, but you know that we Nigerians, we tend to be on the loud side. We tend to party a lot. Now, I'm not saying that Ghanaians don't party, but the way at which they party is definitely different from the way we party. We are on the loud side of doing things. But when you come to Ghana, you see that that is not the case. It wouldn't hurt you if you tone down your own way of doing things. Now, remember, whether you like it or not, this is not your country, this is not your land, even if you have lived here for a long period of time. Remember, they say when you go to Rome, what happens? You become like a Roman. So when you come here to Ghana, yes, I know that you are a partying kind of person, but you can party in the way that you are not a nuisance to the society. You can party in a way that you are not, constituting any kind of noise pollution to the environment. And once again, I am sorry to say that my Nigerian brothers seem to fall, off the line when it comes to this. You would see a young guy driving a car, and all of us are, without consent, a partaker to that music. You can see that at times they're in their homes, they are blasting music, and all of us are partakers to it without consent. This is you constituting a nuisance to the environment, to the society. See, I've lived here in Ghana for a period of time to have heard so many stories. I've heard stories of neighbors going to report neighbors because of the loudness of the music they were playing from their houses. And at the end of the day, who were the culprits? Nigerians. Who were the ones, constituting this nuisance? Nigerians. We are not the only ones living here in Ghana, or the only foreigners living here in Ghana, but it's so unfortunate that most times when you hear cases like this, it is Nigerians. So obviously, you who is coming here, who is living here, and you don't want to always be saying that we are being witch hunt, or we are on the radar of the law enforcement. Any small thing, they are looking for ways to arrest us, and all of that. Let me tell you the truth. If you do not do anything that would warrant the law enforcement agency coming to your house or to your business place, they would not come. It means that you will live here peacefully, you will live here trouble-free. And like I've said it before, there are so many Nigerians who do not even know what it is to be stopped by a police or an immigration. So guys, this is basically the few things that I know that you could do if you want to live peacefully and stay safe here in Ghana. Just in case I did not, list something that you think that we as Nigerians can do to stay here, please leave it down in the comments, section down below. I know that there are a couple of people that could take that advice, because not everybody is here to do one kind of illegal business or the other. And like I said, go check that my video where I talked about the various things that bring Nigerians into Ghana. A lot of people are here, a lot of Nigerians are here, and of course they want to be safe, and they want to be as peaceful as they can. They want to enjoy everything that Ghana has to offer to them. So please do leave it down in the comments, and thank you once again for watching this video. If you're just seeing me for the first time, my name is Obinje, like I said, and you want to be a party to everything that we talk about here, then please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notification, and of course you can share this video, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you another day. Bye.